cut it. What is up, Mr. Her Patriot Store family? Oh, hope everybody's having a very blessed evening tonight. Sorry, I had to use the bathroom really fast, so I had that on as an intro really quick. This dude is phenomenal. Whoever put this video together, check him out on YouTube. As a matter of fact, let me give him a shout out since I played this video. 1 second here. Toxicity System of a Down 2023 Halloween Light Show. Tom Betgeorge. Let's get a view of his name. Give him a shout out here because check this out when you get the opportunity. This dude's got some pretty cool stuff. Man, if you really start watching each part of that individually, there's just a whole bunch of stuff in that video that had to have taken him, like, I don't know, that would have taken me years to put together. Anyway, I've got some videos queued up here tonight, guys. I did the picture-in-picture live earlier. Man, that YouTube feature sucks balls. It doesn't upload. It's been processing the upload onto YouTube for like, I don't know, 6 hours now. So, the last one didn't upload either. So for now, we'll be doing this like this. I've got some pretty graphic videos on here tonight, so viewer discretion advised. It's going to be graphic like this afternoon's was, but maybe a little more. And I'm going to be showing you actual jihad terrorists on American soil today. And that sucks. That's crazy. Wait until you see what's going on. And but the funny thing is, these people don't realize this prayer and this song that these people are chanting and singing is a song of death to us. Did you see the protest today where they were saying, "We hate you for Allah, we hate you for Allah, we hate all Christians and all Jews who will eradicate you"? That's wonderful. Yeah, we're most definitely at war. We are most definitely in a place that, I mean, it's exciting if you look at it from a religious standpoint, from a Christian standpoint, it's exciting right now. Because, well, this means ultimate salvation for those of us that walk the narrow path, right? But it's going to be a long, long, bloody time. And I came on earlier and gave the definitions of what the names of these groups mean, since these kids seem to think they mean protest. Jihad means protest. That's what they've been saying. So we went ahead and gave them the actual definition, and I've gotten a lot of kickback on that already. And yeah, there's some really butthurt kids out here right now. So we'll go up from the top here where I've got all this scrolled up. I'm scrolling on the computer right now while I'm talking to you guys. I got a few different videos, so we're going to go ahead and get into the videos tonight. I'm going to do a little less ranting. I'll probably still do a lot of ranting, because that's what the fuck I do. But remember, if you're offended easily, if you don't like vulgar shit, if you're not an American, if you don't like red-blooded American stuff, this ain't the place for you. And if you just want to troll me and talk shit, that's cool. That doesn't bother me either. I don't mind that. It's the trolls that keep people in the algorithm, because you think about us all the time. We love you for it. So this will be, I was talking about the girl they were parading around. They figured out who she is. It's a German chick with those tattoos. This is the one that they had folded up in the back of the truck. If any of you on here were here this afternoon, I was showing the videos of, as a matter of fact, I'll show one of them again tonight. The way they hang people. I was telling you about how they hang people in black burlap sacks and then they stone them to death. Well, that's what these Hamas people are doing to Israeli citizens in the middle of the streets. So keep in mind, there was a terror attack today because people shut down schools, people took their kids out of school, people stayed home from work. So they terrorized Americans today. There was high alert. Everybody was going nuts in New York today. There might not have been a hot or physical attack, but you have to understand that's how these groups work. When I show you these videos, I'm going to explain to you, this is how they start their infiltration into society. First, it's civil unrest. That's what this is. It's civil unrest. Okay? They're saying in the middle of the streets that they want to slaughter Christian Americans and Jews. This is terrorism on American soil with nothing being done about it. And that's another reason this was the day of jihad. This is a test for the American citizens to see what we would do, to see what kind of reaction we would have. When you see this guy drive by the protest in New York, and his brother was just killed in this onslaught, this slaughtering at the festival by Hamas, his brother was just killed in that. And the emotion, I want you to see how the difference between the emotion of their culture and the emotion of our culture is. Yeah, there's been a lot of that happening here in Florida. One of the protests I'm going to show you, the jihadist and the guy stopping in the middle of the street, that's in Florida. That's here. That's on Biscayne Avenue, to be exact. Okay? That's over on Biscayne. Happened today. We were at the Jewish churches today doing security, and then we went out and did a little flag waving on a bunch of corners. Yeah, well, we're at war, buddy. It's not crazy. We're at war. I hope people are getting ready. You can always get a hold of me, and we do dry food storage, body armor, fully put out individual first aid kits. We got all the Patriot flags you can want right now, guys. I got some really nice new hats coming in. I just got a big order made up last night. But anyway, we're going to get into this, and we're going to check this stuff out that's going on. Yes, shit is crazy, buddy. And it's going to get crazier. But I've been trying to get us all ready for it for a while now, so. Okay. I'm going to explain to you what's happening in this video. Because some people the way they report it is not the way it's happening. Allahu Keep in mind, guys, this is basically the same war we just got out of 22 years. These are drone attacks right here. These are like everyday regular drones. See, he goes in, he drops that bomb that has the fuse on it. Boom. They're targeting, see, they're targeting. Once again, these are sources straight from Israel, verified sources. The dog was gonna fuck him up, man.
Mine. What the big boy?
They come popping up on those paragliders. Man, these are some crazy sons of bitches, bro. These dudes are on paragliders flying around while there's missiles just singing past them and shit. These are some savage motherfuckers. You're telling me you want to go into warfare with this? I mean, we're some crazy motherfuckers. They come here, we're gonna fuck them up, yes. But look, bro, these are some savage people. They do not have the same morality as we do. Yeah, that's a freaking sewer pipe, bro. With the rigging for, these are sewer pipes with riggings. Those look like Russian weapons, don't they? Those look like some old Russian weapons, didn't they, guys? Over the course of this day, I guess there was some 2,500 rockets shot off. You really want this in America? They're saying they want this in America. You're going to hear some people say this in a minute here. Look at this, man. Boom. Boom. And if you're wondering why you're not seeing big fireballs on the ground, it's because that's not how explosions work. That's how some do, but that's not how all of them work. People are waking up, guys. They're waking up in the city. They're waking up.
Our main focus is the federal response so that we have resources but not to documentation.
How more disconnected can you be, right? How much more disconnected with the world can you possibly be? When those are her constituents right there. Those are her constituents.
Hezbollah operatives inside the millions that have come across our southern border.
Wait a minute, let's go back.
And these are the ones that we know about, the pictures you see here. There are, of course, lots that we don't know about.
Let's let you rehear that.
Past few years, it would be pretty easy to hide Hamas or Hezbollah.
Why is this thing doing so weird?
Operatives inside the million country over the past few years. It would be pretty easy to hide Hamas or Hezbollah operatives inside the millions that have come across our southern border. And these are the ones that we know about, the pictures you see here. There are, of course, lots that we don't know about. In fact, 1.7 million people we don't know about. Certainly larger than the city of St. Louis. Those are the number of people that Border Patrol picked up on sensors but lost sight of for obvious reasons, many of people who actually have something to hide, try to avoid the Border Patrol. Allie Bradley has been looking into all of this and has some new numbers that she's gotten from sources inside DHS. Hi, Allie.
Keep in mind, this broadcast I'm shooting right now is 2 days ago. So yesterday I showed you the mass just invasion of fighting age men coming into our country. Tucker was the only one that covered that. I should still have it in the queue here. I might not though. But if you watched my live yesterday, you can go back and watch that. I mean, I'm talking influx, just screaming into our country, going, yeah, when they cross over our border and laughing. Okay, you need to go back and watch that because it's just absolute insanity what's happening. Now, all of these people are waking up. It only took World War III. It only took global war for this to happen. Now, you're going to see some of the other broadcasts I show. China's getting involved. Hezbollah, spelled H-E. Stop saying Hezbollah, people. The way you pronounce it and what the words mean matter. I'm going to keep saying that. Hezbollah, jihad, and Hamas have all announced on live TV that they are standing with each other. Iran also said they would be involved when the time comes, and they need to be. Hezbollah announced this morning, or yesterday evening, that when the time comes, they will be involved and they will fight with Hamas in Gaza. So, this is already now a war that we're not going to be able to get out of being a hot war. Plain and simple. There's a lot of kids next door being really loud right now at the local store where they hang out. And hopefully nothing stupid happens tonight. But everybody's all excited. Don't forget, tomorrow is the Fire Ring solar eclipse. I'm going to make sure I check that out. It'll be in a clear open field. Might go live and we'll check that out together, guys. So, let's get back into all this bullshit that's happening in America.
Yeah, hi, Leah. You talk about.
Just keep in mind, if we had strong leadership, we could stop all of this right now. But we don't. This should have already been kicked in the ass, bro. I want you to understand, my local recruiter's office is full of the most elite special forces in America right now, sitting in a recruiter's office. This administration has dumbed our military down so much that our special operators are required to be a recruiter for 3 years. They're full-blown SF sitting out here required to be a recruiter for 3 years while we have this shit going on. So that's one thing I can say about my town. The whole recruiter's office here is full of special operators. So come on, guys. We got plenty. Plus we got the National Guard right up a few towns up, and those guys are all shock team members. So I mean, we're pretty well guarded here. So this is a good place to be if you're not a communist. Let's get back to these guys. I just wanted to mention that.
Those got-away numbers, but we actually did get our hands on some of these individuals that they were kind of wanting to have additional conversations with. A lot of this focus, of course, is on Iran because they're funding Hamas and Hezbollah to the north, as you mentioned there. And now when we look at those numbers out of Iran, Leland, those numbers doubled. We're looking at more than 500 over fiscal year 2023, which just ended. When you compare that to 2022, 226. So a massive jump
good,
there.
Brother.
And authorities down here
Are you
say
living
that
in
they
St.
are on
Pete
the
now?
look for militants coming out of Iran because they could easily sneak in and exploit that southern border because you know it's been porous. You know we've had September was the busiest month on record. So that is the reality there. And a lot of the reason why they're concerned is because Hezbollah also has a massive stronghold in Venezuela.
Hold on.
So some of the
I gotta
concern here
mention-
is that there's these.
Somebody put in the comments, I just noticed, what does Trump have to do with this? What does Trump have to do with this? If Trump were in office right now, there would be no wars because these people would be scared of the leadership we had. Trump goes into office right now, we could end these wars. Guaranteed. That's a fact. We have a pussy for an administration. Like literally, our whole government right now is just a huge vagina. You know, so America's mascots is the flaming vagina, and the team are the flaming vaginas, and that is what's running our country right now. And this is what all of these people in these other countries are seeing. The response that America just showed to now. Remember, I reported this Hamas ex-leader isn't actually the ex-leader. He's very actively involved, and he's still the leader. They just have scapegoats, and now all the news organizations are talking, oh, well, now we're finding out he actually is. Well, that guy went on live TV and said, slaughter everybody. Hey, Americans, stand up. Hey, global world, stand up and slaughter everybody that doesn't believe in the one jihad world, which is pretty much the majority of the fucking world. Do you not understand this? That's how insane these people are. There are so few of them going up against such massive numbers, but dying is a reward for them. Slaughtering us is a reward for them. They tell you, we love death more than you love life. I can't get any more clear than that. There's only one solution to revolution. One solution. Okay, so one solution to revolution. Jihad. A struggle or fight against the enemies of Islam. That's what this extremist group is. A struggle or fight against the enemies of Islam. So anyone that is an enemy of Islam, anyone that is not of Islam, that is not Muslim, that is not jihad, Hamas, you know, Hezbollah, any of these organizations, there's many more. The Taliban fall in these categories, all kinds of other terrorist organizations fall in these categories. Now you see Black Lives Matters coming out today. Members of Black Lives Matters, now they're chastised. They're marked as terrorists now by America. Okay, I don't consider the government part of America any longer. As far as I'm concerned, when I speak of we the people, because we are the power. I don't speak of we the government. I don't speak of this administration is going to do a damn thing for us. We're the ones that are going to have to save ourselves. Okay, that's just a fact. People have to grow some big fat nuts between their legs and get the fuck out here. And then there's going to have to be someone making a sandwich for us while we're out here fighting for you. Plain and simple. That's how this is going to work, ladies and gentlemen. That's how this is going to work. We, the men that have nuts between our legs, are going to stand up when these terrorists come to rape you to death. Do you understand that? One of these videos I'm about to show you, when they throw this girl in the vehicle, the men come around and take turns, and they're just fucking her up inside this vehicle. And they parade them around like this for days, and they just rape them, man after man after man, and beat them and cut them and just slice and dice them up. And just parade them around. It's a badge of honor. And by the way, gentlemen, they rape you too. Okay? You're the infidel. It's humiliating you. They'll rape you too. They'll rape you to death. So understand that. There's no morality when it comes to war with these people. Okay? So those of you trying to bring that to America, and you're saying that's what you want. There's only one solution for revolution. One solution means eradication. There is no other option. You have to eradicate your enemies. Now they're calling for a colonial revolution for the blacks of America, which I hope you understand. Your organization, you don't speak for the majority of blacks in America. Okay? Just like in the Civil War, we're going to stand, color doesn't matter. There's only going to be one color, and that's red when you're in a wartime situation. Skin color, nobody's going to see skin ever again if this shit goes down. Do you understand that? Your whole racist narrative, all this, your white supremacy bullshit, like the white supremacist in California that turns out to be the dude that's so black you can't see him unless he opens his eyes. Come on, bro. It's just, these are facts. When the shit hits the fan, all this race baiting, all this transgender, all this bullshit's going to go out the window because we are American citizens and they're not. Do you understand this, people? I'm talking to everybody in the fucking world right now. We're American citizens And we are going to war with savage people. And we have to come together as one nation under God and stand up and keep our country safe. We have to close the fucking borders right now. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Right now, this second, we need people en masse to keep our border closed, is what we need. To keep these terrorists, because we've already got enough people in this country that it's going to be bad very soon. Okay, let's get into the videos. I'll explain it as we go. It's easier to explain as we see this stuff happening, instead of just hearing me talk and vent and bitch and moan. I know there's only like 2 people watching, but I love you. So, that's all that matters. Terror watch list matched. Let's go.
In the wake of the attacks in Israel, border officials say they've seen a growing number of people on the FBI terrorist watch list trying to enter the country through the southern border.
CBS 8's Rosita De La Fe has the details.
Border Patrol officials say that between October of last year and September 30th of this year, 151 migrants with positive terrorism watch list matches were arrested after crossing into the U.S. illegally along the southern border. The number of known or suspected terrorists or anyone connected to one entering the country illegally through the southern border is at an all-time high. That's according to government data from U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
We ought to be concerned about the high number of migrants who carry with them the intention of doing harm to us.
The figures show that in fiscal year 2023, CBP arrested a total of 154 non-citizens on the government's terrorist screening watch list. 151 of those individuals were arrested along the southern border. The numbers are up from 98 in the last fiscal year. The numbers represent a small fraction of all migrants processed at ports of entry. Tonight I spoke with legal analyst Dan Eaton, who has been following the migrant crisis closely.
This is actually a sign that the system is working, that the Department of Homeland Security is doing the work it was meant to do when it was established in the aftermath of the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
So do you see the difference between mainstream news and other news? The other news gave you the statistics. 1.5 million just in the past few months are undocumented and they don't know who the fuck they are. They're like, oh, the system's working. 150. You know what, man? Come on, bro. 8.5 million. Okay, there's enough here right now that they know of. 8.5 million that they've documented. That's not including the ones that have rushed through and nobody knows about. Okay, for 3.5 years straight, this has been going on. People pouring. Lately, it's just been insanity. So, 8.5 million people. Do you know how many Americans that can replace? Do you know if they just have little sleeper cells popping up all over the place, they're gonna fuck some shit up, bro. Let me show you some of these sleeper cells. Let's get into these couple videos I got left on here about these Palestine marches today. Because, is this the one that was in New York City? Oh yeah. Sing Death to the Americans on American soil. I love this one. This is New York City. New York City, guys. goes on like this for a while. Their audio sucks. So here's the problem with these type of demonstrators. They're saying oppressed, this, that. You fucking went in and slaughtered a bunch of innocent women, children, and you raped them to death, and you slaughtered them, and you cut them up, and you tied them up in bags and threw rocks at them, bro. What do you think people are gonna do? Man, if you would have done that here in America, look what we did to you after 9/11. Because we're Americans. What the fuck, bro? Playing the victim for a group that's mass slaughtering innocent people. It's insanity. It's absolute insanity. So, okay, let's go to Florida. Let's skip on over to Florida here. Because this is kind of close to hometown for me.
Our team coverage continues now with CBS News Miami. Live in downtown Miami at a pro-Palestinian rally.
So, Larry, what is the situation there?
Jim, there are dozens and dozens of people behind me rallying, but I want to set the scene for you if I can here for a minute. This is Biscayne Boulevard. That is northbound traffic. You can see there are still some people showing up to this rally coming here. It started about a half an hour ago. As we pan over here to the left, you can see a number of Miami police cruisers. Just within the last 10 minutes, we saw a surge of officers, 27 officers on bicycles, 2 more on motorcycles, 5 more police cruisers, and then you can see the mass of people that are at the rally. That's where that group you saw earlier is heading toward. That group has been growing in numbers here all of this afternoon. You see the yellow tape in front of them. Police have put that there to sort of keep them away from what is across
Miami, Florida, guys. Biscayne Drive.
People who are counter-protesting.
Close to home
that
for
is
me.
something we saw come to a head earlier. Again, these supporters came here to call for peace. Minutes into this rally, one of them came nose to nose with a counter-protester. That was the first of 2 confrontations. One involved a driver that was driving by. He also was involved in 2 subsequent confrontations. The first one, Miami police.
Let the guy continue talking, man.
After that confrontation,
let's hear what he has to say.
The others that we have seen. We also saw them stop a driver who parked in the middle of Biscayne Boulevard. They had him move along to keep things going. We talked with a man named Muhammad at the rally. He wants people to sympathize with civilian losses in Gaza.
Ceasefire attempt. Save civilian lives. Civilians. All civilians. Gazans.
I can stand with that.
Back here live as you look at the rally here at Biscayne, and this is Northeast 3rd Street downtown. Before these ralliers even got here, we saw police around noon bring out their bomb unit K9s to sniff and make sure this was a secure area, that there would be no problems. They didn't disappear. It was a minimal show of force, but after that third confrontation,
I told you there will be no force today.
Miami police, they showed up in force, and what you see there, a wall of officers with their back to Biscayne Boulevard, yellow police tape in front of them. On the other corner, there are 2 motorcycles with their flashing lights, a huddle of officers there as well.
In a moment to you, I'm going to explain why there was no force today.
Protesters.
Like I said yesterday, there would probably be no violence today. Just be prepared.
We have talked with are determined to keep this peaceful. Their thoughts, obviously, on peace and on the people that they say are suffering. We'll have more on this story coming up at 6. For now, we're live downtown. Larry Seager, CBS News, Miami.
All right, Larry, thanks for being our eyes and ears on the ground there in downtown Miami.
Okay. So let's get into this. Let's get into what we just watched here. So, what they do is they get sympathized, these terrorist cells. This is how they pop up in other places and start taking stuff over. This is how they've gone all over the Middle East. That's why they don't have a military. They're not established anywhere specifically. And they have backers. They have scapegoats, okay? So they're going to get these people dangling down here like puppets, like they have them right now. There's been a little violence, not much, like in New York over the week. There was a lot of violence. People running through the streets, people smashing up cars with Palestinian flags, all kinds of stuff. But today was specifically meant not to be a forceful day. They are judging their opponents, for one. For two, they are gaining supporters in these other countries. They are seeing where these people are rallying, they're seeing where these people are standing, and then they put their little plants in there, and they start spitting the great Allah, the great jihad theology to these people. And then they slowly work them to the Hamas, hezbollah, jihadist mentality, the more extreme mentality, where they've already got quite a few people there. They've got these Black Lives Matters people that are now making these videos saying we need to stand up and get our revolution in America and do what needs to be done, to where it's only the black race in America. There's been a lot of videos popping up like that today. They're going to start getting these people getting more extreme, and when I say they're going to get them there, it's not going to take long. These people are, the way I've seen soldiers, I've seen brothers and sisters, I've seen them turn Muslim and sympathize with these people while they're in the country. Some of these people, these soldiers that go over on peacekeeping missions, even fall into this lifestyle and start living this way. Okay, so they know how to sway people. This is what they do. They get followers. It's like a cult. They get followers in there that are extreme, and they convince them that they have to do these horrible extreme acts in order to be accepted by Allah. That's why every time they're doing something, they're screaming for the praise of Allah when they do it, okay? Or they're screaming, death to the infidel, I hate you for Allah, or I kill you for Allah. Everything they do in the name of Allah. I keep hearing everybody saying they're praying to Muhammad. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. Muhammad was a prophet, okay? They pray to Allah, they praise Allah. Okay, so that's why Allah Akbar. You hear them saying Allah in everything they say. That is their driving force. We hate you for Allah. We kill you for Allah. We love death more than you love life. That is the ideology of these groups, okay? Yes, there are innocent civilians involved in this, okay? Israel has given 24-hour notice. They've blared it on loudspeakers. I've played the videos for you on my last live. You can find all the receipts for everything I'm talking about and any of my videos, any of my lives that are on my channel. Like, subscribe, and share. If you just watch an ad on everybody that you support, by the way, on YouTube, if you just click on the ad, you don't have to buy anything, just click on it, click back out of it, you get that person a little bit of monetary production on their channel, just so you know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'm sorry, YouTube, if I said that. Don't cancel my broadcast right now. I've been banned for too long. But I still won't watch what I say. It doesn't matter. Guys, just understand that this is how they do this. They're getting these people more and more extreme, and then little things start popping up. Civil unrest starts popping up like it already is. They're already using the flow of the narrative of what's going on in America. Now, these extremists in America are comparing us and Israel to each other, and they're comparing themselves to Palestine and the jihad extremists. So, it's just the same narrative we already have going, guys. It's just now they have an army. Do you understand? You got to look at this from the strategic standpoint of what it is. All the lockdowns that need to happen by 2024, all the stuff that everybody's been fearing about, and we'll run off into a little conspiracy tangent here, guys. So, all of the stuff you've all been in fear of all of this time, COVID coming back, vaccine coming back, masking coming back, oh, Ukraine and Russia. Look, now it's going to be Ukraine, it's going to be Russia, China, it's going to be Iran, it's going to be Hezbollah, it's going to be all of these places, okay? And we used to have some of these places as allies, but now they're allies with our enemies. Okay, so we've lost good major nuclear powers to Russia and China in the past 3 years. And I've been warning you guys about this for the past 2 years now, and nobody listens. We got to get out here, and we got to speak, and we got to make noise, and we have to be seen, and our country has to be feared. And as an American citizenry, we have to be feared by a tyrannical government. And I'm not calling for violence. I'm not saying we have to be violent, but we can be men without putting hands on first. Do you understand? We can be masculine without putting hands on. Backing down from even the smallest things is the key to failure. Never back down. Always go as far as you can. If your passion is, like my passion is what I do. I'm out here every day doing some kind of rally. I'm out here every day speaking at some kind of county meeting, school board meeting, somewhere. I'm on here speaking to people. I'm out and went to the churches to see if they need help today, offer body armor, offer security. We're out here trying to help where we can in our community. Okay. When I say we, I mean me and Kira. You know, my dog's always with me. She has my back, I have her back. So, we need to get involved with each other on more than just YouTube. On more than just, well, I haven't had Facebook in years, but on more than just social media. You understand? We need to plan events together and speak with each other and come together and talk about the things that we watch on social media. Instead of just watching it on TV, let's do this in reality so we can be versed with each other. And if shit does hit the fan, like, oh, I know that guy. You know, not like, oh, I know that guy from the internet. Oh, no, I've met that guy. Hey, let's go chill with him. We'd probably be safe. And if all of us like-minded people got together, we wouldn't have any problems. Do you understand that? We wouldn't have any problems because we'd have each other's backs. And that's all we need to do. That's it. The whole world. That's all we need to do. We need to have each other's backs. America, we need to have America's back. Israel, you need to have Israel's back. Palestine, you need to have Palestine. You know what I'm saying? China, have China's back. Russia, Ukraine, have Russia, Ukraine's back. You know, you got to have a fight over there. Cool, fight. You get done with it. Be friends afterwards. Make a treaty. Split apart. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Ain't got nothing to do with us. We're not losing nothing. We can produce everything we need right here in America. We don't need these countries. They need us. If we fall, there's nobody coming to help us. We're not getting airdropped any food. We're getting airdropped some missiles. We're getting airdropped some powder dust that's going to fuck us all up and shit and give us two-headed children. That's what we're going to get airdropped. We're not going to get airdropped any. Do you think if America falls, that you little shits are just going to like take shit over? No, China's going to come over here and rape you. Iran's going to come over here and rape you. Russia's going to come over here and rape you. Are you kidding me? If we're not here to protect you, if people like me aren't here to protect you little shits out there, you can't be little assholes. Do you understand that? If you don't have me, and you, that's why they hate us so much, because they know if they don't have us, they can't survive. They can't live. They don't know how to produce food. They don't know where food comes from. They can't engineer anything. They can't keep the lights on. They can't keep the shit out of the streets. They know they need us. And that's their ultimate problem. That's why they can't just eradicate us. They can't just go, boop, you're done. You know, they've got technology in the military. They've got this it's a big bomber that they have converted, and it's got 10 million tiny drones in it, okay? And these drones have artificial intelligence technology, and they can seek human beings out, and they have a tiny little explosive charge in them. They don't need nukes to fuck us up. They don't have to nuke their own soil. They can launch one of these planes can take out an entire city like New York in 22 minutes. Every citizen decimated and gone, and all the landscape is still there, all the infrastructure is still there. That's the kind of capability America has, in case you people don't know that. Okay. So we could literally target all of the terrorists if we wanted to right now with one of these aircrafts, and there would be no civilian casualties. We have the technology for that, and we're not using it. Isn't that fucking wonderful? That's the type of thing that pisses me off about our country. We have the technology to just stop all this shit right now. Right now. We have stuff that we haven't released onto the market. We have prototypes that we need to test, that we have tested in mock cities, because if you don't know, they have full mock cities of every city in the United States out in the middle of the desert for the military. And they do specific drills and train. They have Afghani cities, they do specific drills and train. So they know everything about everywhere. So you guys gotta be smart. Okay? We got all sides coming after us right now. And we have to remember, this is America. Plain and simple. This is God-fearing, country-living, motherfucking America. Hold my beer, hand me a gun, we'll take this shit on. You know what I'm saying? America. That, you hear that? Motherfucking America, bro. You hear that behind it? America. I'm saying, it's a civilized country. But next door right now, there's probably 4 dozen kids out there on their motorcycles, getting out in the world. They have a structure together, they hang out together, they trust each other. If shit hits the fan, kids like this, kids in these car clubs, at least have a bunch of people they can call and get together that all know each other very well. That's all we need as Christians. We should be coming together, we should be congregating, we should be praying, we should be eating, we should be talking about how to keep our children safe. Because in the long run, that's what this is all about, the children. Period. The children, the children, the children. I don't know if anyone saw my pedophile video, but those sons of bitches admitted right there. I wasn't even mad at the one, I was mad at the old ass man, because that was his son. And he said, yeah, he's fucking me in the ass every night. That's why I called those pedophiles out. And in case you didn't see it, the front of that kid's shirt said Matt. So anywhere I see that shit where it says don't judge who I love, I make the loudest noise I possibly can and I point the finger. I do it. Because that's one thing, I won't tolerate pedophiles. I won't tolerate people that hurt children. That's the one thing I just won't tolerate. Like, I have no tolerance for it whatsoever. I see you hurting kids. I know you're hurting kids. And you admit it, man, we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'll let everybody know it. But I love you guys. It's almost been an hour. I don't like the features on this new phone. I got to figure out how to get you guys better content. I have a feeling today's show was better, but I can't watch it, and it doesn't let me get comments on the YouTube. When you've gone live enough, gives you this option where you can do where you just have a little bubble with your picture in it, the camera, and then you can scroll up on YouTube and show videos. Well, that software on YouTube itself is garbage, so don't opt for that feature. I just downloaded OBS Studios. I'm getting used to it. Once I do, we'll be having some good stuff on here. It won't be me flipping the cameras back and forth, guys. As you know, I get banned a lot, so it takes me a lot to get back. I have been studying for you guys, though, and learning how to edit my shit and put better stuff out here. So I've been learning how to use my camera. Like, I got this little tripod where it's not just moving around in my hand. We got a phone that's got a 5 billion fucking megawatt camera on it. No, it's got like a 256 megapixel camera on it. So we're getting some much better stuff going on, guys, once I figure out how to use all this technology. So I love you guys. I'll be doing at least 2 to 3 lives a day, every day, as long as we're at war. This is a big deal. Everybody needs to take this very seriously. Any creators that you're watching right now, if you're watching their clips and there's an ad, don't just skip the ad, click on it for a second for them, along with the subscribe and along with hit the notification button, and because that keeps them in the algorithm. And they shadow ban us, that's what keeps us in the algorithm. The comments don't really do as much anymore. They do help. The likes don't do as as much anymore, but they do help. So if you're out there and you're watching people's stuff, we'll give a shout out right now to Steven Crowder, Alex Jones, Tim Poole, just so many, Salted Cracker, just all of you guys. Thank you for what you're doing out here. Ben Shapiro right now is putting out some marvelous content. Obviously this is his people that this is happening to over here right now, so check out some of his content. Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, give everybody, you know, fuck mainstream media, keep it with yourself, check people out on Rumble if you don't want to use YouTube. Love you guys, be blessed, have a good night. America, that's right, brother, America. We got the black flags up here in my town. Black flags up in my town.